Hello, I'm Katherine Jones, and in this video, I will show you how to change your forwarding address and find a local post office using the United States Postal Service's website. Here are a list of timestamps that you can go back to at any point in the video if you would like to repeat a step. Feel free to repeat as needed. Navigating to the USPS homepage. On your phone, you should open Safari or any other browser. In the search bar at the top of the screen, type in USPS and then press search. There are many mailing services online that advertise on Google or other search engines. Make sure you skip any search results that say add to the left of them and look for a URL that reads www.usps.com. Finding the change of address form. This is the USPS homepage. To find the change of address form, click on the drop-down menu in the top left corner. Once that drop-down menu opens, press on Receive. This opens another drop-down menu where you should press Change of Address. This should bring you to a page where it informs you that all information you provide in this form must be the truth and that you are only filling out this form for yourself or someone you are the legal guardian of. If you put in false information or fill out a form that is for someone you do not have permission for, you can be fined or imprisoned. Once you understand this, press Get Started. Filling out the form. The first question the form asks you to answer is who is moving. You should press Individual for a form for only one person moving. You should only press a family move if everyone moving shares the same last name and nobody with that last name is staying in the old address. If multiple people are moving, but they do not match the criteria for the family move, an individual form will have to be filled out for each person moving. In the next section, you fill out your contact information. You have to put in your full name, a valid email address, and your phone number in the form. Again, it is important to fill out the correct information, not only because you could get in trouble for false information, but your contact information is one of the ways the USPS will confirm your identity and make sure they are changing the address of the correct person and not somebody with your same name. Now you have to choose whether you are moving permanently or temporarily. A temporary move is one that is shorter than 6 months. So if you are moving for a time period of less than 6 months and plan on returning to your previous address afterwards, you should press temporary. If you plan to stay at your new address for longer than 6 months, you should press permanent. You now have to choose the date you would like the USPS to start forwarding your mail. To do this, you should press Select Date. This will open up a calendar where you can choose the date you would like. You can use the red arrows on either side of the month to change which month you are looking at. Choose your start date and then press Select and Continue. If you are filling out a form for a temporary move, you have to do this twice, once for your start date and again for your end date. You now have to fill out your addresses. The first one is your old address. If you go to the street address section and start filling out your street address, it will autofill your city, state, and zip code. Double check to make sure these are correct, and also make sure that you put in an apartment number in the street address section if it applies to you. You now have to fill out your new address, where you can autofill for city, state, and zip code once more. Then, press Next at the bottom of the screen. Verifying your information. You will now be brought to a page where all of the information that you put in previously is written out plainly. This is your last chance to double check that all information is correct before you move on. Once you've confirmed that all of the information is correct, hit Next at the bottom of the screen. Verifying your identity. You will now be brought to a page where you have to choose a debit or credit card to be charged $1.10. The USPS uses this as the final way to verify that they are forwarding the mail of the correct person. You have to choose one of the addresses that you filled out as a billing address and then press Next. You now have to fill out your card's information. When you are done, press Check Out with Credit or Debit Card. Once you have done that, you have successfully submitted the change of address form for the USPS. You should get an email from them to confirm it soon. Make sure that you only get charged $1.10. If the price does not match the one that you see on your screen, double-check that you are at the correct website, www.usps.com. How to find your local post office. To return to the USPS homepage from anywhere on the website, click on the envelope logo at the top of the screen. To find your local post office, click on the drop-down menu at the top left of the screen. Once you open that menu, you should press Quick Tools. Then press Find USPS Locations. In the first search bar labeled Find a Location, type in your town and state name. For this example, I used Blacksburg, VA. Once you have typed that in, press the search button at the bottom of the screen. This will bring you to a list of post offices near the town you typed in. Using the red arrows on the right of the screen, you can press any entry to see it in more detail. For instance, for the downtown Blacksburg post office, you should be able to see its address, the hours that it's open, and what services they provide at that particular location. This is true for any entry that you can click on the earlier screen. Once you have watched this video, you should be able to fill out the change of address form on the USPS website and tell the differences between an individual and family move and a temporary or permanent move. You should also be able to find your local post offices and see what their hours are and what services they provide. Thank you for watching.